If you're feeling a little forlorn over the damage that the summer has done to your garden, a bit like some patches in mine, now's the time to take action. And here's what you do. We've already highlighted the fact that you should be mowing your lawn regularly. If you've got weeds coming through, and everyone will have weeds coming through, a quick application of Weed and Feed now will wipe out the major problems. Remember to get the right one. If you have one of these new fandangled broadleaf turf varieties like Palmetto Buffalo or Kikuyu, get a specialist hose on, or else weeds won't be the only fatality. If you have had patches and you've fed your lawn, it'll start creeping into the areas covering those patches. But mowing weekly will ensure rapid spread and good coverage before weeds can appear in the winter. Remember, feed only after the mow, and if you're using a lawn food like this locally developed blend from Bailey's, make sure you water it in or apply before rainfall. If you haven't mulched, now's the time to do it. And if you're planting out, one word of advice is to mulch your garden beds first and then plant into the mulch, bowling it around the new plant. WA is the only place in Australia, maybe the world, that you do this. And the reason is we want water to run to our plants, not away from it. And if you ever read textbooks from overseas or interstate, they'll suggest planting into mounds in the soil. This certainly applies to gardens with heavy soils and poor drainage, but that's a rarity here in the West. Now, speaking of textbooks, if you want to get your hands on one that's going to help you grow a garden right here in WA, well, you need to get something that's been written locally, and this is the West Australian Garden Guide. It's written about our conditions, and it showcases a whole heap of plants that you can grow in your garden, like this one here, the purple wreath vine, an absolute stunner that performs beautifully in WA. I know it's only early on in the autumn, but we need to conserve every drop of water we can. Humidity levels are up, soil moisture has improved as we've started getting rainfall, and things are starting to grow. It doesn't matter if you have a bore or water off the mains. The reality is we only need to water once a week now. Please, please, please turn your controller off, or at least adjust it down to 1 day a week. And if you need to water, grab the hose. Give it a bit of a watering that way. At the moment, every drop we save, every drop we allow to go back into the aquifers, well, it replenishes them. And those surface aquifers are the ones that our bores work from, and of course, that supply the water to the roots of our trees and plants. So make sure you look after them.